couple days ago, Sonic Dream Team got announced exclusively for Apple Arcade. Obviously, people got annoyed by this. They were annoyed that they weren't able to play the games themselves and that you would have to have an Apple device to play it. And then the discussion started popping up about what if the game could get ported somewhere else after a certain amount of time. And in this video, I'm going to bring up a couple reasons as to why it could get ported, but also a few to why it couldn't get ported, and you can basically make your own decision. The first point that a lot of people have made is that other Apple exclusive games have managed to get ported onto Android and a bunch of other devices. Now, as of currently recording this might be a little bit of a source, trust me bro, because I actually cannot find any example of where this has happened, and I've been looking for a very long time. And the second example is a now deleted tweet from a Sega ambassador by the name of Sonic Wind Blue on Twitter. Now, they quote tweeted a reply to Sonic Stadium that said, "We've heard from a source involved in the game's production that Sonic Dream Team is likely to remain Apple Arcade exclusive. This is because Apple is involved in the game's production." To which Sonic Wind Blue quote retweeted and said, "The Apple Arcade release only prevents the release on other mobile platforms, for example, Android, due to exclusivity agreements. This does not mean that the game can't get a release on console/PC. The news is not correct, by the way." And now, something I don't actually see on this screenshot, but I remember happening, is that Ian Flynn retweeted this. If you don't know, he wrote the game. He wrote parts of the game. He was involved in the writing team. But then again, I only scrolled past and it could have just been some random Twitter user who decided to change their name to Ian Flynn and retweet this just to confuse people swiping by. But the fact that it's deleted, you could take that 50-50. You could take it as it is going to get a port and this got deleted because they didn't want him to spoil it, and it could be because he was wrong and just didn't want that on his profile. And then the news leading to the fact that it might not get ported is actually still on this tweet, and it comes from Sonic Stadium's original tweet. Now, in that tweet, they did say, "This is because Apple is involved in the game's production," to which Sonic Wind Blue said, "The news is not correct, by the way." Now, I'm not sure whether they're specifying that it's not correct that the game isn't getting ported, or it's not correct that someone at Apple worked on it. I don't know what they're saying isn't correct. And now, this might get a bit confusing, so bear with me for a second. If they're saying that Sonic Stadium is wrong about the fact that it's not getting a port, that means someone on Apple did work on it. And if they're saying that Sonic Stadium is wrong about Apple being involved in the game's production, then them deleting their tweet could be that, like, Apple was working on it. Do you get that? Do you get that, or have I just explained it like a complete idiot? Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? The TLDR version of what I just said basically means that no matter what he just said, it pretty much confirms that Apple did work on the game some sort of way. Whether that was the idea, the coding, and they just kind of went over to Sega and said, "Hey, can we use Sonic for this game?" And they're like, "Yeah, go for it." So honestly, there's arguments for both sides that I have no idea which one to pick. I saw a comment in the last video, and I'll see if I can find it and bring it up here, that said that it should get ported, but the people who got it on Apple should be able to get something exclusive. Maybe like they get Shadow or Silver or some character that someone else can't get if they get the ported version. And that character has some sort of different ability, so it's different and more fun for the people who managed to get it when it was exclusive. And then they can drop it on like console, PC, whatever they want after like a month of it being on Apple exclusive. But personally, hey, I don't know. I don't know which side to pick here. I'm kind of leaning towards the fact that there won't be a port, but you never know. I feel like with a character as big as Sonic, Apple wouldn't really want to lose that, considering Sonic has made like 1.6 billion this year. He is a very popular character. And even though Apple are already so popular, I think now that they've got Sonic the Hedgehog under their belt, they're not going to get rid of him. They're not going to go, "Oh yeah, put it on PC and console after like a month." They're going to want to keep him there so all the little kids can go, Mom, please let me use your iPhone so I can play Sonic Dream Team." But hey, I'm rambling at this point. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think Sonic Dream Team will be getting a port? And if so, what would you like to see it ported on? Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.